Welcome back to Two Wants to Know. We're answering your questions about stimulus payments. Mark Hensley and Scott Braddock are joining us. You can text those questions to us. All right, Scott, this person says, do you have to pay back the third stimulus on your 2021 tax return?
Well, the answer there is fortunately no. Again, this is a credit and it is not taxed. You are not expected to pay it back, and this is true for the first and the second round of stimulus as well. So, this is money that you're to use to take care of yourself and your family, and also as you use those checks, you're helping to stimulate the economy as well.
All right, Mark, this person says, if I receive Social Security benefits and I was claimed as a dependent, do I still receive a stimulus check?
Since they are not filing and someone is counting them as a dependent, they absolutely will not receive that payment. It will go to the person claiming them as a dependent, regardless of age. So they'll need to work that out with their loved one.
Okay. And let's see, this person is saying if there are 3 people in the same household, but we all file separately, will the checks go to each one of us separately, or will they come in all at once? Scott?
Right. So I would anticipate, since they all filed separately, that they're going to receive 3 separate payments, whether that's banking account or, comes in the mail. So that's because they were filed individually, they're going to expect 3 individual payments.
And this person is saying, if you get SSI and you have your stimulus payment, how do you get one for your child because they are your dependent?
Yeah, so the IRS only knows that you have a dependent if you let them know that. So even though you're on SSI, you're going to need to file taxes. You're not going to have to pay taxes, but you have to file and claim a dependent, so the IRS knows that you have an eligible dependent to receive this third stimulus, which is a full $1,400.
All right, this is interesting. This person says, I received my stimulus plus the extra $1,400 because I carry my dad as a dependent. He also received a stimulus check because he gets Social Security. Am I supposed to send that extra $1,400 back?
Well, we've just been talking about this and reading up on it. Right now, the IRS has only released 3 reasons to return a stimulus payment, and receiving it in error so far has not been listed. So I think that is in play, but certainly mistakes can be made. I would ask the tax filer to double check that they actually claim dad as a dependent, but it may be a windfall that they actually get to keep that money.
Scott, this person is saying, if the IRS did garnish our stimulus checks, how would we know? And they're saying, will we receive any notification, or is there a way to find out on the IRS website?
Well, whenever you make a payment to the IRS, whether it's from garnishment or voluntarily, you're going to receive a statement from the IRS, and it's going to show how much was received and what tax year it was contributed towards, as far as back tax being owed. So I would anticipate that you're going to receive some notifications outlining all of that specific information.
All right. Mark, this person says, how do you update your bank information after submitting your tax return? I've tried calling the IRS and I got no luck. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, so calling the IRS is not an option for obvious reasons. And go to irs.gov, and there is a place to update your information. But the bank is supposed to, if it goes to an incorrect bank account, it will be sent back, and then the IRS is supposed to send it in a paper check. Hopefully they have your correct mailing address so that you can receive that. But all of this is still very much in play.
All right, this person is asking, what if my dependent died in late December? Do I have to send the money back because apparently they got the extra $1,400? Scott?
Okay, so that is the one area that if you receive the stimulus payment for someone that has passed away, whether it was a spouse or a dependent, you could, be called to pay that back. However, if they were alive throughout last year, then they would have been entitled to that first, second, and third stimulus. So just that's what I'm seeing, and I haven't seen anything different on that.
Okay, and one last moment here, Mark Hensley. Tomorrow, people are expecting some payments.
Yes, if you receive veterans benefits, tomorrow is when you should see your stimulus payment show up in your bank account as a direct deposit predominantly because you're receiving those as direct deposit.
Right, and there will be a mixed bag of some mail as well, but most of them will be direct deposits. We thank you both for joining us today. I'm sure we will talk stimulus again, won't we? All right, if you missed any of this, you can find the information on our website under the Who Wants to Know section.